What's up, guys? Oh my god, he said the thing. Carmen said the thing. We're back with more Quints. We're doing yellow today. Joined by Andy, Brian, Tyler, just like in the TD review.
Hi, I'm here.
We're back.
As I was before.
Yeah.
As well as the Burn One Dan. What's up, man?
Hey guys, it's me, Dan. Back at it again.
The Dan's Ranch. Dan has played like every Quints card I've ever seen. If I have any experience against Quints, it's from playing into Dan and Tyler. That's it.
I mean, all I do is play into Tyler, and boy, have I seen all the Quints cards too. So,
all right. Well, let's start off with Ichika. Andy, it's not a brainstormer.
Oh boy, it's a level 3. Hey, it's the best character too. When this is placed from the hand to the stage, look it up 2-3 cards from the top of your deck and take one of them. In Climax combo, when you play the choice, if you have 2 or more other quintuplets, you can pay 1 discard a quints, and this gets the ability, once per turn when this damage is cancelled, you can deal 2 damage to your opponent twice. So this is the you can burn, but on cancel. But it's a much more affordable effect.
Oh, it's Kalroku.
Well, it's burned to twice.
More
yeah,
affordable.
It's burned to twice.
It's not more affordable because it's on climax placement.
you have to play it on. You pay it up.
You need
front,
9
right?
stock.
Mm-hmm.
9
Oh,
stock.
it is on placement. Okay, okay. Yeah,
It's
this is
on
climax
placement.
play, not on attack.
It's on climax placement, but she burns you twice in her own lane. So it's like it's as destructive as Himari, but you got to pay for it all up front.
Which is not the easiest in Quints.
Mm-hmm.
English has never seen a combo of this like efficiency relative to Kaoruko, right? Where it's like you look at this compared to Kaoruko, and you're like, "Damn, this is so much easier to get to Kaoruko." Like because
she's
English
cantrip.
doesn't have the Kappa, yeah, because it's a cantrip.
Mm-hmm.
And it's traded instead of named. And the set just has more cards and higher quality cards in general, so it's just like
pretty nice, yeah.
this is peak Kalroku if she was good, you know.
You bring up a good point that it's like rough for Quints because you're popping the JC a lot. Like that alone is like
JC.
taxing.
It helps that your it helps that your EP is heal to stock though.
Yeah.
I know there's a back row where you like tap 2, give something on reverse blind stock.
Yeah, I run that.
yeah.
It's pretty convenient. I normally consistently get 2 off because I have that blind stalker.
The issue it competes for back row slots because there are like good back row cards in the deck.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you even run it and just play more conservatively instead. But this card itself is amazing.
Yeah, for sure.
Probably the deadliest finisher in English. Well, actually, no. You have Kaguya. You also have
Kaguya.
Soon to be Asuna. The new Asuna is really strong too.
The new Asuna, Finn and Jake. Yeah, Finn and Jake has
Finn and Jake.
really good numbers. Yeah, it's up there.
So
But yeah, I know Tyler's played with the stalker a lot, trying to make getting into this card or trying to pay for the cost more efficiently, and it's okay. But he is sacrificing. I know you sacrifice what you don't play as many copies of the 2/1 Yotsuba front row power bar filter.
I mean,
don't play
you're only
it, or
playing 4 bar, so like it's not even.
Yeah, I either don't
needed.
play the back row Yotsuba or I play 1.
Like low counts, yeah.
Yeah.
But regardless, this finisher super strong, big fan. Like,
Yeah, I think it is. I think it is an S tier. I think
it's high up there, yeah.
I think it's the fact that it's a top check. Like
I really like that it looks at 3. That's like my favorite thing to see
So
on
like
a finisher.
it's on a choice first of all, which helps the cost, both parts of the cost, whichever one you need, right? And then it kills from 3-0 at like 70 to 80%. I forgot the exact number, but like its numbers are insane. If you can get
with how many combos going off?
yeah,
All 3?
With triple, that's triple.
With triple, okay.
Yeah.
like
your opponent's very dead if you triple this.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Haruko's already a nutty finisher, but it's the fact that it's so like cost prohibitive. But like, this is so much easier to do.
What is the actual difference between this and Karuko?
Karuko gives it to herself and another. She's pay 1, ditch either herself or the Futaba, and then she's like on-play bounce and gain power, I think, instead of the cantrip.
Yeah, easier condition.
You don't have the good cantrip, but she
Yeah.
only burns 1 instance of 2. This is 2 instances of 2 on
She
one
gives it to
character,
herself
correct?
and another character.
Herself
She
and another, yeah.
They only get 1 instance of 2 though.
1 instance each.
Yes,
but
and this only gives one character 2. So it's
Okay.
same number of cancel burns.
Still 2 instances of
Okay,
2
yeah,
across
yeah,
the
yeah.
board, just not on the same character.
If anything,
yeah.
the Karuko is better because you can stack them onto a third lane.
Because the Futaba that you could
So
play
the
has a like ping.
And then
on
the
attack.
Futaba has the cancel burn as well.
Yeah. So like you can like get an extra instance to try to trigger the effect.
It's like, so instead of doing 2-2-2, you could do like 1-1-3.
I think
Spread.
it's a couple.
And that's you're also
things.
bouncing, right? You get that direct lane for the extra soul damage that they either eat 5 now, or they eat 3 cancel burn 2s.
Mm-hmm.
The top check 3 lets you refresh more climaxes because it means you don't have to have your finisher climax on the turn that you play, which is like invaluable when you play that kind of finisher. Because even when you're playing finishers that are as potent or like more potent than this, even in like JP, like when you're playing Himari and Dekapo, you do like clutch choice over refresh to like do your combo, which does make your deck worse. Like
Himari is not more potent; she is more efficient.
Yeah, I was about to say it's more efficient. I would consider more efficient to be more potent because you'll face down triple more often. But like, it's the fact that it's top check. It's the fact that it's an easier cost. It's the fact that she gives the burn 2 twice to like for every instance you do. It's a burn 2 twice. There's nothing weird you have to do. You just do it. I think it's. I don't know if I want to jump right to S, but it's like A plus plus, or you know what? Yeah, it's probably S. Yeah, it's probably
right.
S.
It's right on that borderline. That's
the only issue is when you do fall behind, it feels really bad.
Mm-hmm.
As in, like all decks that have a all-in finisher like this has that same issue, right? You can't dirtle a turn, or it's hard to dirtle a turn. It's like imagine you're behind in the mirror, you're dead.
You just die. Yeah.
Yeah. Or like with this similar potency, like right into Himari, into Kaguya, if you're behind, you're dead.
And it's
like Konosuba, yeah.
It's up there with the most destructive finishers that English will ever see. So
for sure.
For now,
yeah. Who knows?
Until they print something stronger.
By the way, this is a double rare plus, not just
a double
rare.
Yeah. I guess we should mention that. So you've probably seen Quinn's playsets will be a little bit more expensive than other playsets, and that's because at least in JP, you only got one like full playset of double air pluses per case. And English ratios have always been worse for the highest base rarity in the box because we're still on the old box structure. We've been getting shafted for years because English Bushiroad won't move to the new JP box structure, which is instead of 16 boxes per case, it's 18 boxes per case. But then it's It's 16 packs per box, instead of 20.
Mm-hmm.
But the way it breaks out is like the way the Japanese packs are structured is that your double rare and your rare don't take the same slot in the pack. Which means that you're always guaranteed your full 2 play sets, like on a typical 10 WR set for JP. Like you can never whiff it. So it's better for stores. No. It's better for players.
Well, no.
More
you
often,
have the same number of double Rs in English cases and JP cases. The difference is JP, you're guaranteed that it's exactly 8 copies of each double R. At the least. In English, you're not guaranteed that. You can have like a 10-6 split or something. I think the most extreme was like 5 copies of a double R from a case.
Well, when JP was on the same box structure that English is on now, that was the same case. So it's like,
it's like really bad.
Well, anyway, how many double Rs are in the set, and how many double R pluses?
10 double Rs.
Are there
5 double R plus?
The double R pluses were an excuse for Bushiroad to give every girl a finisher, because waifu decks are pushed very hard in this set.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
So I wonder how the box ratios are going to turn out.
It's going to be terrible. It's going to be really bad. This is going to really. I think if there is any set where people start getting wise to how bad like Bushiroad is just like Bushi C is like just fucking English by not using the new box structure, it's going to be this set.
We have to see, because we know they've adjusted double Rs before, like for Bang Dream, where they decrease the number of rares to increase the number of double rares from that 12 double R set.
Yeah.
For
you get more double rares in a box, right?
Yeah, it was Bang Dream Volume 2, not Girls Bond Party Volume 2. But I know that like kind of inflated rare prices because they decreased the number of rares you got. It was like equal amount to the number of double Rs you got.
I mean, again, there's an easy solution. Just move to the new box structure. It's literally cheaper to print, like in terms of like the amount of cardboard because they're smaller boxes.
Then the easiest solution is actually to just not make stupid fucking rarities like double rare plus and just.
I also don't think it's better for the people because the cases get more expensive. You're paying for 2 more boxes for the same 2 play sets, right? Versus buying 16 boxes and singling out the double R's you're missing.
I guess
it's $100 to $150.
Yeah, I just see it as like, what is it? It's better for the stores to open, so therefore that goes down to the players. I hate to use the phrase trickle down because that's fake, but like it does like go down to the players because then singles become cheaper because most people are buying singles for Weiss. It's more of a singles and playset game than it is a sealed product game. Always how it's been.
I mean, that's how most card games are, unless you're drafting, right?
Well, yeah,
singles are always more profitable.
What Weiss has no draft element, like it's impossible.
Exactly.
So it's like it's a little bit more exacerbated. But yeah, I guess that's neither here nor there. The card's good. We can move on to the actual double rares. Right.
All right. Yeah. Our first yellow double rare, we've got this level 1 Ichika combo off choice. When it attacks, if you have another Quints character, goes up to 6k for the turn. On attack, if the choice is in your climax zone and you have 6 or less cards in your hand, look it up to 3, take 1, put it into your hand, and discard the rest.
So having the choice trigger with this combo is actually pretty nice. Because like a lot of if you're running a bar or something, right, and you take the bar and you suddenly lose your combo if you hit hand size, whereas the choice you can stock.
Yeah.
But I mean it's just a top check 3.
Yeah,
swings in at 7k.
Swings in at 7k, pluses you somewhat non-selectively off the top. It's pretty fine.
It's just okay.
It's a totally serviceable on attack combo. It's totally okay.
It's perfectly fine. I think if you're trying to make an Ichika waifu deck, it could be kind of awkward having to be 8 choice. They're kind of like funneling you into 8 choice, which seems kind of
8 choices
awkward unless there's like a way to like a payoff for 8 choice, like a filter card of some sort. But
I mean,
8 choice is pretty punishing if you don't have like a support or payoff for playing the lineup.
Well, there's never been a choice support if I remember correctly, right? And
yeah, to my knowledge.
What decks?
I mean, Hakuro is practically a choice support. Let's not get it twisted.
I mean, he's not. What's it called?
It's not literally a choice support, but it's a choice support.
It's effectively a choice support, yeah.
Yeah.
He's also a win support.
He is a win support.
Broken.
True. I mean, this card's fine. Like,
no, it's
you do have to build around 8 choices of lineup though, because like you can't just say my triggers mean nothing. Like you got to get value off your triggers somehow.
And being 45 off turn is really bad too.
Yeah. Hey, you know what though? I could really see this be good in a like a cross sisters deck or whatever. Like don't run this into the Ichika top end. Like play this combo into like a different finisher. I could see that working.
Yeah, when you're running 4 choice, the trigger's a lot better, and there are a couple of other decent finishers that it could work in tandem with.
But why wouldn't you just play the Yotsuba level 1?
A lot of people prefer the Yotsuba from the trial deck, though, for sure.
The bar's broken.
Yeah, I guess this is like another option. Like if you value like the ability to salvage or get the stock. Maybe you play this if you value the choice trigger over the bar.
If you're like building to something, right? Like maybe you're playing harder into Bracelet, which we haven't covered Bracelet, but I think it's important to like bring up Bracelet, especially when you're talking about choice. Bracelet is what is it? It's a 2/3 event, right?
It's 2/3 red event, yeah.
2/3 red event, -3 soul across, and it does target. But it is like, you know, it's a fog. It's a lane deletion, like soul deletion. Like, so if you play this as your level 1 and you play some other top end, like say you play like Ichika, you play like Dor, you play like Miku, like, and you play harder into resolving that event and like 2-turning your opponent, like, you know, like Sal style for like our English only people, where like they'll go for the 2-turn with the money counter. Maybe you do make the concession to play like, you know, a slightly less consistent, less selective combo, but you get the choice trigger, which over the course of the game will like help stock charge you and resolve more events. So like maybe that's a concession that you make. Like you play the card for the trigger, not for the combo itself.
Mm-hmm.
I think Human did that in WGP.
Yeah,
Nationals, right?
He was playing choice gate this into the.
I know he was like playing very heavily into like the bracelet counter. It was like his favorite card, if I remember correctly.
I think he had was Human playing 4 bracelets in his Nats deck? Dan, somebody.
I think 3 or 4. Yeah.
Yeah. But
yeah.
Regardless.
Yeah.
Worth noting.
Playing toward bracelet, yeah.
All right. Next card. It's another Ichika. She's in a wedding dress. Spoilers? Question mark. There are 2 or fewer climaxes in your waiting rooms. Get -1 on hand. For each of your other Quints characters gains 500 power, so possibly 11k. And it's a heal stock. Pretty good.
Good early
11k heal to stock.
Sets at 11, yep.
But
pretty good.
500 per other is one of the worst power conditions, I think.
Yes. Means you can't crash out your other lanes.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're playing into standby and this is the only lane you can win, cross turn your 10k.
You're also losing this lane, exactly.
So
it's still pretty
still
big
good.
though, being cross turn, right?
Yeah, I mean,
I agree with A.
Yeah, I mean, if your board's full, it swings at 11k. Even if you crash off your front row, it still sits at 10, which is bigger than
Yeah, this is literally just the Lisbeth from Sao.
Other heal to stock early plays like
it's
Water Goddess.
It is Lisbeth, yeah.
Yeah, it gets
Sal
bigger because it's
Andy,
on a slightly worse condition.
That's slightly unfair because Sal holds its board better than Quince does. Like cross turn, like for sure.
That's true. Sal does play backup very well.
Oh, not even backup.
It's still like super good.
I think Sal wins on offense against standby boards better too, because you have shit like like if you're playing Gara, you have like the 2/1 Lisbeth, and like shit. Like I think you can easily like always shove over your opponent with Sal, or at least challenge. Where like Quince, as far as I've seen against some standby decks, you do have to concede the other lanes on your early play turns. It's like pretty common. Card's still fine though. I mean, still a good profile.
Yeah, she should try putting down that bouquet and picking up a sword like Lisbeth.
Yeah.
She'd hit a little bit harder.
Yeah, maybe.
What's Lisbeth's condition? Is it 500 per other?
Yep.
Okay, same card.
It's 500 per other.
Exactly the same.
I know
card.
what's the card Mash from Fate Grand Order is what 1,000 per back row.
Oh
I
yeah,
think
Mash
Felicia's like that too, right?
Mash is fucking disgusting. Yeah.
Yeah, Mash is just better.
Yeah, and Felicia's not heal to stock, but Felicia is the same power line. Yeah, she sits big cross turn. Those 11k early plays are good.
Yeah,
the 11k early plays are really gross.
Heal to stocks are great.
11k healers.
Mm-hmm.
All right, moving on. Tyler.
All right, we got this Yotsuba on play. She mills the top 2 cards of your deck. If she hits a climax, she gets +2 souls for the turn. And also on play, she can discard a climax, salvage a Quince character from the waiting room.
Seems pretty good. I mean, it's climax filter in a set where you're usually playing bar at level 1, sometimes pants at level 3, and the extra soul for cheeky side attacks is just icing on the cake.
You have to hit it.
Mill 2 is also pretty. Force Mill 2 is also really undesirable most of the time.
I don't like the combination of the effects. I don't like the combination of Force Mill 2 and Ditch a Climax. Like, to me, that seems counterintuitive. Like, Ditch a Climax is like hand filter that stops me from bricking, And if I'm like in a situation where I need tight control over my deck, like being forced to mill 2 would be the worst thing ever.
Mm-hmm. I guess that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
The way that it's worked for me a couple times is that I use this more for getting level 1, my Yotsubas or JCs, and the mill 2 sometimes gets me into those targets to discard a choice or something in my hand.
I guess it fills waiting room for selectivity on the climax ditch is I guess what it's going for.
Yeah, because that's happened to me a few times.
I think it's fine.
But yeah, I mean, force mill can be awkward.
Yeah, definitely.
I guess C-. I don't like it. I don't like the combination of effects.
Yeah, it's not really needed. You have other ways of getting rid of cards in your hand.
Mm-hmm.
I think you have a better out for climaxes in general, like baked into your brainstorm. Once we get to green, like I'm very biased towards that effect. Like the like pay one, like you just, like repeatable pay one, ditch a climax, grab a card from clock yourself. Like
I also don't think you really need this effect in like only 4-bar or like whatever.
No, that's right. You do have bars too.
Like if you're only running, bars doesn't make this card a B tier.
I think so.
So like no, like even if you're only like 4 bars, this is maybe a 1 of, right? Like if
One
you
or
had
two
no
of,
climax,
maybe.
go ahead.
I think it's like a good
2.
combination of like.
This
I
is
see
not
what
a
you're
good
saying,
combination of
Carmen.
effects.
Like it's like the maybe it's a bad combination of effects, but they're two good effects.
They are not too good effects.
I would not consider the first effect good.
First effect is not good. Second effect is okay. That's why you never see any. It's not a good effect. No one runs like 5 of them, right? You run 1 or 2 if you're running like 8-bar, like bar pants, 8 pants, etc.
Yep.
Or maybe 4-bar if you want. If you don't have a better ditch out, because like it doesn't do anything else.
I guess I know. I don't know. I don't think that first effect's like. I wouldn't say it's bad.
It is bad.
Like,
it is bad.
It's
Dang.
fine on
Force mill
first
2.
deck. It's bad on any other deck, I think.
It's force mill 2, and like you never consistently get that +2 soul off if you want it, right? And then not half the time you play, like, oh, I didn't want that +2 soul anyway that turn.
and you just pull in the background, you save it. Oh,
You're wasting.
You just make do with what you got, man.
And you're just wasting
cards
hands.
that make you make do are not good cards. Effects that like, oh, it's okay, it's make do, it's fine. They're not good.
Yeah,
You know, this is the no game no life coming out because I have to make do and play a card that does the same thing in no game no life.
I'm sorry you're playing a D tier deck. I'm sorry.
Yeah, me too.
Like doesn't make C tier cards B tier, A tier, right?
Let him have it. I'll let Andy have it. He can have it.
You know what? We'll give it the old slash. You know, we can both be right.
There you go. Problem solved.
They agree to disagree.
All right. Next card. Dan.
It's my turn. Whenever you trigger a choice trigger, wait.
There is a choice.
Whenever your climax card with the choice trigger is placed in the climax zone. Okay. So when you play a choice, top check for a quince or an event, add ditch, then it's a brainstorm for choice triggers only, and then you search a quince. Search brainstorm. The choice trigger is a filter, I guess.
I mean, I guess this
it adds events to hand.
Yeah, this is an Ichika.
It takes events to hand, but it also forces you to remove it.
You
can't just leave it there if you want.
Yeah, you can't leave it.
Maybe the thought there is that if you're running 8 choice, right, you can only take certain cards off your choice triggers. So this lets you turn those cards into other cards.
Into other completely random cards.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
completely random.
Still lets you. It's another level of filter to help.
It's not a filter. It's when you play the climax, when you play a choice.
Well, yeah, I know, but I mean, like, let's say last turn you took a card that's like kind of suboptimal, but you won the plus. on your follow-up turn, you can play a climax, and it's early in the game, and you want to turn that level 3 into a level.
I don't even think this is that bad. So like thinking about like Ichika waifu, right? Your 8 choice, right? Like Ichika is yellow red. You literally can play bracelet. This is another way to add bracelet. I don't know. Seems fine. Like I mean, like if you're playing waifu, like sure.
Do you really want to play bracelet?
Only works with 8 choice.
I mean, for sure.
So here's my question: why doesn't this brainstorm effect have an additional benefit for only hitting on choice?
That's what I want.
Because it has the choice effect.
Wow.
Really?
That second effect is worth a lot more than like a 500 on turn or something.
Because the card is 2k. So if the card was less,
the card's also 2K.
Would be more. I was gonna this could easily be a 5-card brainstorm. This could easily be a brainstorm only hits on choice plus 1k. Like, I don't know. Kind of sucks. Kind of scuffed.
I mean, yeah, cards whatever.
I mean, baseline, it's a rest 1 search brainstorm. It's a fine.
It's fine. Yeah.
Do we have a rating for waifu only?
W.
W.
It's a waifu card.
Wombo.
I think you unironically need this rating for this set probably. Because, like, would you ever play this in any other build? No.
I mean,
only Ichika has choice.
Yeah, no other girl has choice trigger.
This is like, we were talking about it before when we were talking about choice climaxes for the first 2 cards, but, like, I mentioned something about, like, you would need a payoff card for, like, to want to go into 8 choice or, like, some sort of choice filter.
Mm-hmm.
And this card's supposed to be that, but it's just... This wouldn't pull me into 8 choice.
No, definitely.
Let me put it that way.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
I literally think this is a waifu card only.
It helps, but it's not, quite enough. So I guess, sure, I'll jump on the Wombo train.
You set it to Wombo. Next card. Back to Andy.
Alright. This is a level 0, 2000 power. During your turn, if all of your characters have Ichika in name, this card gains 2000 power and Twin Drive. And only gets a 2000 power on your turn, though, which is kind of like...
Which is normal. There are profiles like this in, Ruby Starlight and Slime set 2. It's 1k base and then gains 3k on turn, Twin Drive, always. So, like, in return of having a condition, this has 1k more base power.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the power does check out. I was thinking more of just, like, having to have everything with Ichika in the card name would be a little awkward to fulfill. To only get the power on your turn if you're jumping through those hoops, but...
Well, I mean, it's just...
I guess it checks out.
Yeah, I mean, it gets the Twin Drive, too. This is
in the waifu deck, it's good. In the waifu deck, I think it's good for 8 choice, right?
No, in the waifu deck,
this profile is so good.
Yeah.
Why couldn't they just made it like the...
They have,
the
like...
one?
I think they have this identical card also printed at 1, right? But it's a little stronger.
Yeah, it's the level 1 power lines. Yeah.
There's another Ichika Twin Drive.
It's 2 cards down. Yeah.
Okay, we'll get there.
I'm gonna bring this up too. Like, can we really? Maybe the Wombo rating's not like a good idea.
Yeah, it's like
so many waifu cards in this set. We're gonna be giving out a lot of Wombos.
I mean,
because you would never play these cards outside.
I mean, we can give it a.
I can put it up here, right? I can do like waifu card. Like and we'll do the explanation. You would typically, if I can spell, only play this card in a waifu deck.
Like outside of Ichika deck, this is a solid F tier, right?
Okay, so yeah. But like in
just a vanilla 2K that does nothing.
In the Ichika deck, I think it's a B tier card. I think you would play this in every 8 choice deck that you could, because as like a 2 of or more. Because
there goes my box.
Yeah, I think that like being able to you get that stock charge and then pay out the choice is like extremely powerful.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I mean, choice with with the ability to immediately pay it out is super strong.
Yeah. I'll put this on my clipboard so I can probably paste it.
Also, pushing
you'll need that a lot.
Stick. Yeah. All right. Well, we can move to the next one.
All right. Level 0, 2K Ichika. When this card is placed from the stage to the waiting room, you may pay 1 clock top. If you do, look at up to 2 cards from the top of your deck, take up to 2 Quince characters, and put them into your hand.
Kirito.
That's not bad. That's pretty dope.
It reads
No.
stronger than it plays.
Why is this dope? Why is
You
this
can,
dope?
you can plus up to 2, but it's a non.
It's not just a +1; it's a +2.
Sometimes.
Two's more
Maybe.
than one.
Sometimes you're definitely gonna hit a climax or an event off of the second.
I can
one.
tell you. So I played this effect in Assault Lily, like extensively. I played it with events. I played it without events. I can tell you that it's fine, but you would rather have a normal Ricky every single fucking time. You only play this if you have to.
Climaxes. Oh,
Yeah, you just want to shoot yourself.
Net 0. Oh, great
Yeah,
card.
I guess you could whip
Sick
completely on
card.
this too.
I mean,
It's
I
still
don't.
fine.
Completely random cards.
Yeah, I
if
don't
you
even
do
think
hit.
it's about whiffing. I think it's about the fact that normal Rickies have selectivity, and this just gives you
Yes.
something random.
You're clocking yourself and paying 1 for this.
Yeah, I think it's on average you'd +1, so you just want a normal Ricky anyway.
These gotta have like really baller second effects to be sick. Like the Assault Lily one's a fucking clock bomb, and then they have all that other bullshit, and that's why you play the card. Like the Ricky is an afterthought. Like, you know, this is literally just a vanilla effect, and it's just okay.
Hey, well, you know what? We're still plussing, so we're still in C tier though. You guys are talking all this shit, but you're still giving it C's. It's still
Oh yeah. It's still a plus. Like,
consideration.
It's still a plus.
It's not that bad. It's just really, really.
Look, if your
awkward
deck's
and-
Yeah,
running
it's
a bunch
awkward.
of C-tier cards, I don't know what to say.
You want to have the sickest cards. Only the sickest cards.
I mean, we usually rate like Ricky's a lot higher than this. We usually give him A's or
Oh
B's,
yeah, I don't know.
The fact that
This
this is in a C,
Well-
that's kind of like where the reasoning
Well, this
comes from.
This is a fake Ricky.
All right, next Ichika. During your turn, if all of your characters have Ichika name, this gains 2,000 power and the following ability: Twin Drive.
It's the same card.
Waifu card. It's fine. Yeah.
It's pretty good in a waifu deck, but
Yeah,
it's
pretty good in a
it's
waifu
garbage
deck.
otherwise.
Tell me this isn't the best character in the show.
No, she is best.
He's not the best
No,
character in the show.
She sucks.
I'm about to go watch this show.
Not Nino. Don't do it.
What's this do during a turn?
Just go read it. You can finish the whole thing in one night, and you'll hate yourself all the same.
So you twin drive into a bunch of choices. You get a bunch of stonks,
It's so much.
and
And
you
then
play
you
the
pay them
dope ass
out.
And you
Grayskull deck.
and you end up burying each of them.
That's fine. If you bury
No.
them, you
If
have a
you
lot
bury
of
it, you twin drive it with the
Yep.
next one, obviously. I like the other one better. I like the other twin driver better than this. I think the effect's better at level 0 than level 1, probably, right?
I mean, it has more utility at level 0.
It clears more useful targets.
Yeah.
4K is 4K at 0 is better than 6.5 at 1, for sure. That's not really an argument.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next card.
Alright, we got Yotsuba. On play, if you have another Quince character, she gets 2k. And on reverse, if Becoming Ghost is in your climax zone, put up the 1 card from top of your deck into stock, then reveal the top card of your deck. If it's level 1 or higher, put it into your hand.
Also,
Oh,
Union.
It's Bunny Girl Yotsuba.
Awful wind.
He's
Also,
going
Off
Ghost.
wind.
All right. D
Wow,
for
what a-
Juju.
This is a Danny Phantom card.
Maybe you play this into the Ichika finisher to build stock. Broken.
Yeah, go for it, dude.
Is this literally
Good.
Union?
I mean, it is
That's
a thing.
solid, yeah.
It is a thing you could do.
Yeah,
To
you
build
could do
stock.
it, but
I mean,
recently with this meta, there's a lot of standby going around. So
Hey, at least this
matches
is
are hard to come by.
7.5. At least
Yeah,
it's
well,
7.5.
even with standbys, this goes up to 75 with
gets
its
to
power
75,
pump
yeah.
and the climax. You have wind, which actually can hit useful. Usually, I don't like wind with level
Wow.
1 combos that
My
need a
biggest-
reverse.
my
but you could,
biggest
like, nail
eye
their back
roll
with a
ever.
standby or something.
My biggest eye roll ever. My
What? It's
biggest
true.
my biggest eye roll ever on putting
you
4
can win
wins
the
in my
back row.
deck.
After you,
Oh.
after you fail your top check, because it's
Yeah.
a wind on top.
hmm
What do you mean failure top check?
Top checks for level 1 and higher to add a hand.
Well, actually, then you know you're triggering a wind, so
Yeah, but you're nagging.
you can kind of like.
You don't have
Card
any hand.
shit.
You don't have any way to pay out that win. Like,
Well,
I don't know if
the
I
good thing
completely
about
agree with
Unions
Dan.
is that
it's like
they
a
build
D
you a bunch of
plus.
stock and can maybe plus you.
I'll just give it a C.
So I think Brian made a really
Union
good
is
point
not
about
a
that.
good combo.
I don't think Union is a
Union
good
is a
combo.
bad combo.
I mean,
Union-
okay, look, I've been on this because Pittsburgh has fucking Konosuba PTSD, and I've been on this soapbox forever that Union's not a good combo.
Union's not a good combo.
Ambush Union is broken, and when you have a card that gives you guaranteed stock, and every stock you generate is a card, Union seems a lot better than it is, and you can't let that influence your like decision making on how good Unions are in other sets because they don't have guaranteed one stock to one hand conversion. Like you got to think of the card and stock economy around
that is
the
a
card.
good point. Yeah, very good point.
I think I don't think I'm letting it influence that though. I think Union combos do have a place, and that's when you want to build a lot of stock and maybe still get a plus off of it.
Like, what are you doing? Like, what? The stock doesn't do much if you don't.
What if you're playing Ichika finisher, dude?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, you don't need 20 stock. You get the 9 stock in a regular game, or like it pushing 1 or 2 more stock.
Nine is the fucking like cutoff for like if I play
like,
conservatively, I can
and
hit
then,
that.
like,
You're right.
The only reason you play this is like if you wanted to maybe pay for a single minus soul counter, maybe. But like there are better things to be doing at level 1, and with your stock.
This is a card that exists if you want to go for it though.
He's going ghost.
All you Yotsuba fans.
I think you guys are underselling it a little bit. I think it's like
absolutely not.
It's a fine card.
It's
you could totally choose to play it.
This is a Danny Phantom
if you want
card.
to lose.
It is a choice you could make. I mean,
just for that comment, Dan, I'm bumping it up to a B. That's negative attitude. We're giving it the B.
Danny Phantom, he was just 14.
Minus though.
Built a very strange machine.
Is Yotsuba Danny Phantom?
Yep, I can't.
Yes, yeah.
I don't know the rest of the lyrics. Something about a world unseen.
Got to catch them all because he's Danny Phantom.
Is she the box?
Where's the Danny Phantom English exclusive? Like, let's go. Like, where? Like, okay. Look at the. Look. All I'm saying. Look at the age demographic that plays Weiss. Cash in on these canceled cartoon properties. Like, come on.
I mean, like, I think I'm waiting for Avatar: The Last Airbender. I feel like that's just like.
I'd max that.
That would sell so
well.
Look,
that set makes too much sense as an English exclusive, so it'll never happen.
Exactly.
Yeah, just like right. Ruby. It's like, this makes way too much sense to exist as an English exclusive, so we'll never get it. Like, it's literally like, yep, it's just like company that makes my game stupid. Like, you know, we'll never get it.
Are we comparing Danny Phantom to Ruby?
Danny Phantom is better than Ruby. I don't know where you're coming from.
Well, we have Adventure Time already, so maybe Danny Phantom isn't so far-fetched.
Gotta catch them all. He's Danny Phantom.
I don't think "Gotta catch them all" is something they say.
It is.
It's trademark. They can't.
No. It's gotta catch them all because he's Danny Phantom. It's one word.
They do say that.
One sentence. Phrase. All right. Well, the police are coming for us.
They're catching them all.
We mentioned too many copyrighted properties. So next. Who's this?
I think this is Dan.
Dan, I think.
When this becomes reverse, if the level of the opponent's battle character is higher than the level of your opponent, you may put that card to stock, and then you put your opponent's stock to the waiting room. The bottom of your opponent's stock to waiting room.
Dadachi.
A Doc High.
Dachis are fine cards. I don't know how do you, what even is the stock rating for a Dachi? It's like a C now. Every set gets a Dachi.
I think it's like a C plus. It's like well positioned.
Yeah, it's like a well positioned card that every set gets.
You probably play at least one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Dachis are good to have even if you don't run them.
For the current English meta. Yeah.
Like there are better Dachi profiles that do something else. There's a lot of them. This is just a vanilla one. Which feels
so maybe it's just more of like a C.
It is a hard removal though, because like a lot of them like started paying for themselves, like a level 2 killer.
Oh my god, like the mob one. The mob one's like the most busted Adachi ever. Mob one's so good.
Then there's one that blinks. There's one that's also a 1/1 counter.
Yeah, there's all sorts
a 2/1
of crazy
counter
effects.
that gives the effect to one of your any of your characters actually.
Pretty sick.
It's really cool. So like mediocre. It's whatever.
Yeah.
All right.
Back with the Ichika at the racetracks. I mean, Ichika. Oh, wait, no, this is fuck. What's her name?
Yeah,
God damn it.
Yotsuba.
they all look the
Yotsuba.
same.
Huh?
They all look the same.
They do. Yeah, Yotsuba. She's at the races. When this card is placed from hand to stage, draw a card, discard a card, bounce on your opponent's characters. And start your opponent's attack phase, you can discard a climax card from your hand. Choose one of your other quintuplets characters in this card, stand and swap them, and that quintuplets character gains 1,000 power. Both of them don't gain power, you just pump the one you switch with.
Mm-hmm.
This card seems terrible.
Well,
But I guess if you're running gold bar, it's a way to like, even if you trigger a gold bar, you can like pitch it out before your opponent attacks.
You play it for the first
I guess
effect.
that's kind of handy.
Because you're playing Ichika.
Most of the Yotsuba stuff is off bar. So if you're playing like Yotsuba waifu, this card's okay. If you trigger a bar, it lets you stand and swap. I mean, other than that, it's nice to have bounce in the set, but it's whatever. Yeah.
You play this as a bounce option for Ichika, because Ichika, like, sometimes you want like, okay, sometimes you just want your Ichika combo to be like, okay, swing for 5, and if you don't eat the 5, burn 2. Like, putting your opponent in check like that can be really valuable, depending on your opponent's deck state. So I think it's worth the one of in decks that you play Ichika in.
I mean, the draw ditch bounce is like a good splashable effect, but
yeah, it's like a one-of card. Like, I'm not advocating it to be anything other than a level 3 tech. I don't even care about the other text. I think the fact that it's on color for Ichika, like, you don't have to extend to play this card as a one-of. Like, in deck building, you just, like, splash it. It's like, okay, yeah, it has good synergy with my finisher, removes problem cards.
That second effect feels
filters.
bad, though.
Yeah, the second effect's
I'm
fucking garbage.
down on the D there.
Second effect's fucking garbage. You would always rather your bouncer be... What's the gold standard for bouncers? It's the first effect, and then it's fucking, like, either Yoshiko...
Literally anything else.
Yoshiko or fucking, like, Saber. Like, the ones that pump your whole field of soul and 500 power.
Gazelle? Gazelle is sick.
Gazelle's also really good, yeah. Like, you'd rather have those effects any other time, but, like, you take what you can get if you want this kind of effect. It is good with the Ichika. Because you say, okay, eat this 5, and if you don't eat this 5, you're eating burn 2, and this entire lane did 3 instances of damage. So...
Or you could just triple Ichika.
Or you could triple Ichika. Depends. Sometimes you can't.
It's only one more stock to triple Ichika than to double Ichika in this.
If you could double plus this, maybe you shouldn't have brainstormed that one turn, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe. I think it's still worth the include. Still a fun 10 card.
Yeah, it depends on what you're going for with your finisher.
Because like it doesn't even die to memory counter, so like Ichika, I mean, doesn't.
Yeah,
die to
it
memory
doesn't.
Counter, so like it doesn't matter. I think you don't.
I guess
care
it doesn't
about
matter. Yeah.
There's nothing you need to remove or like counter. Or anything,
you know what though? That is a good point you bring up about like bouncing something to play around counters. Like if they have money counter or some way to like fog your damage. Since the burn 2 is on cancel, so if your opponent can like money counter.
So you're gonna bounce all 3 lanes?
Well, no, but I mean in a lane where like, you can't deal with. You know
okay,
what I
mean? But Dan, to be completely fair, like you include tech level 3s for the situations where things aren't going perfectly.
Yeah, no. I don't see how this helps you in any situation right now.
Well, maybe they have like a level 1 or a level 0 you can side attack with one of your Ichikas, but the other lane is like going to be a problem and they're going to be able to money you there. So that's when you hit them with one of these.
Yeah, like it's the difference between like double Ichika where I don't have to deal with counter or triple because you have to pay for it up front. I think it's the fact that Ichika has to be paid up front makes this card like more attractive as a one of tech. Because like what Andy's right. Like what if you're in that situation? Like
where you have a lane to side.
You have a lane to side, a lane to front, and then another lane to front. Like 2 fat level 3s in another lane, and you're just like, okay,
so
I can double Ichika and bounce, and I get guaranteed both of my Ichikas off, and then I just like have another attack. That's better than playing into money counter because you have to pay for Ichika
get
up
double
front.
Ichika off, right? If you triple Ichika and they have money counter.
But you have to pay for Ichika up front. You have to pay one, ditch one when you play the climax. I think that's what makes this card more valuable.
Stock for this. You're paying for 8 stock for double plus this.
Or you're playing
stock in one hand.
Or you're playing 9 stock in 3 hand.
You're paying one more hand. One more
yeah,
stock. One more hand.
It's either 9 stock in 3 hand or
and it also forces them
8 stock in 2 hand.
Like you're outputting the same amount of damage, same number of attacks, right? Not same damage because you open up the lane, so you have higher ceiling, sure. But you're still, if they have money counter, you're getting money counter that one lane anyway. And if they don't have it, you get 3 Ichikas now.
I don't know, man. Maybe okay. I think
bouncing can be good in other cases, though. What if they have a soul wall? What if they have a I don't know, something?
I think.
What if they have a memory kicking Asuna or something that like gives power and like can memory kick?
What does memory kicking do here? What plays a minus soul wall right now?
Well, it's
I don't know, Dan. It's Weiss Schwarz. People play whatever the hell they want. You know, you just sit down against that guy at locals. He pulls out his Amelia Soul Wall, and then you slam down this Yotiba, and you're like, got him. You know,
if you want to play into the one of minus soul wall, sure.
Well, it's not even that.
No,
Dan.
dude, it's you gotta know what's in your meta game. If there's someone who plays soul wall in your meta, if Brandon comes to locals, throw this in your deck.
Exactly. I lost to Brandon yesterday because of that.
Brandon playing soul wall.
Should have played this card.
I mean,
I did. I didn't grab it though.
Like, I do think maybe I'm a little too biased from playing DC and like having that bounce be really valuable to trip your first Tamari. Maybe it is a different case. Like I'm acknowledging that, but like even with the way Ichika works, I feel like it's valuable. Because, like, okay, so let's look at it from the other angle. What if you're pretty hamstringed and you can only get one Ichika off, and your opponent is playing standby and they're walling everywhere, and your one out is, like, getting your Ichika trip, right? Either sticking your Ichika damage or getting your Ichika to burn 2, burn 2. I think that's where this card can shine, right?
And just opening up a lane in a bad situation.
You're opening up a lane and then swinging your single Ichika into that open lane?
Oh, no. I think if you reach that situation, you've made other mistakes throughout the game.
Maybe.
That's not something I've ever thought of doing. I have never, ever thought about doing that.
Maybe, but I mean, English is a different meta, right? Like,
Is it?
People are going to be playing heavier into standby. Kaguya
now?
Kaguya, full power Kaguya, barring if Kaguya gets banned by the time this goes up, which I don't think it'll be that late, but full power Kaguya, full power Dao, 8 standby Sao, which can easily output disgusting boards if your opponent is high rolling. And people are going to play that deck. Okay, so like 8 standby Sao, like I know it's been on all these tier lists and stuff like that, and I don't even care where it's placed. I think it's the fact that it is mainline Sao. Everybody has mainline Sao, and you tell these mainline Sao players to keep your deck relevant, you change your strategy, and you buy 2 play sets of cards. You buy a standby and you buy a brainstormer. And like all your cards start working again. You're going to see 8 standby Sao a lot at tournaments, I think. And that deck can easily put out 3 lanes that you can't crest. And they're playing money counter. So I think when money counter is something you're thinking about, bouncers are more valuable. So
I don't know. I don't think that's if you're only it's valuable if that's your only single combo. You only have 5 stock. You only have one Ichika, one choice, or whatever.
Not all games go perfectly, and sometimes it's not your fault.
You don't even need to sculpt perfectly to get double. You have so much time. You're playing.
But if you have double and you have the extra stock, then you can pop up in another lane.
You can free a lane.
Yeah, but like if you and like.
Well, okay. So then, what? How much like deck building concessions do you need to include this single card? I really don't think it's that much.
Deck slots are tight. Deck slots are tight. You have a robust level 0 lineup. You're running level 1 combo. You have a JC. You're running early play. You're running your level 3 combo.
Usually you can like.
I don't think that's a
I
lot
feel like
for
level
one
3 is like a
tech
spot
level
where you
three.
can like fit a couple tech cards in if you really want
Sure,
them.
you can, but like it doesn't do anything right now. Like this is my.
Okay, so like at the end of the day, Dan, I'm gonna default to you because you've played every Quince build under the sun, and like I don't want to like argue with someone who's done testing. I'm just saying, like for English, I'm just thinking about. I am thinking a lot about these money counter situations because the more I test 8 standby Sal, regardless of my opinions on it, I can tell from like even the first couple games that I'm gonna see this deck more than other people think they're gonna see it because it's so like automatic for people who like only have these old cards to upgrade their decks and play. So I'm thinking a lot more about money counter in English than I think the general Weiss populace that's mostly playing JP at their locals is thinking about. Because, like, money counter in the JP meta is like, yeah, it's a thing. Like, Negsol counters are a thing. You're always like, you know what sets have money and whatnot. But in English, I think you're going to see that strategy more often.
But
so player to player.
Like we were talking about earlier, the only situation where a bouncer would actually get you more killing power is when you're able to side a lane, right? Deny money by siding.
Either when you only have one,
and then you have double combo, right?
Yeah, but either double combo with one side lane or
only worried about standby decks.
Single combo.
And are standby decks really gonna have any level 1s, level 0s out?
No, they're not. They're not. Yeah, I guess
exactly.
it's
not even a situation you need to worry about. If you're worrying about 8 standby Sal or like Quince minus Soul or whatever, right? They're not gonna have that side target for you anyway.
Yeah,
so, like,
I guess you're right. Yeah,
push anything.
I don't know. I just wanted to bring it up. I think it's relevant. I think money counter will be weirdly more relevant in the coming meta than people are thinking for English. But we'll see. I mean, people hate playing standby and don't understand how to play standby. So maybe all these Sal players just continue to play bar book and be like, oh, I don't understand why Xenon didn't kill him when they cancel on 3 because every deck fucking compresses like mad these days and 4 will never stick. But like, that's neither here nor there. It is this Yotsuba is a card that you could choose to play. The second effect is flavor text. You're playing it as a bouncer. I think we can move on. Is that fair? Okay. Whose card is this? I think it's Brian's. Right?
Is this my card? Okay. Oh yeah, because Andy was talking about Yotsuba on the racetrack.
Yeah.
All right, we've got a level 0 Ichika. When this card is placed from your hand to the stage, you can pay 1 ditch a Quince character. If you do, look at the top 4 cards of your deck, choose any card and add to your hand. So it's the Kazuma effect, but you get to look at 4 because the cost requires you to ditch a character instead of a card.
What's her name?
Rumia.
Yeah, or the Alice,
just Rumia.
or Lifetime Chains Alice from Alicization for those of you who play English Weiss Schwarz.
Rumia is a perfectly playable profile that you would rather not play, but if you are in some sort of waifu deck where need it, you play it.
I can agree with that.
Yeah, the ditching of character is actually very annoying.
When you need it, you need it.
Yeah,
pretty much.
I mean, just draw your climax like normal, like every deck did before this profile. I don't think any deck actually plays this profile that has it.
Literally just Futab, like literally just
Fujimi.
Yeah.
Every other profile has just like been cut. Like I tested it in Fujimi in what's it name called?
Fujimi, you play it because you're like fucking 8 standby, and you at level 0 and 1 you gain a ton of value from slamming standby because you don't need stock for your thing to go off. But in these other decks, it's really whatever.
I mean, I guess you could like ditch your standby target, grab the standby off the top 4. Right?
I play this card profile in my Alicization.
Yeah, I was gonna say, does Alicization in English play this? Because I know you play it.
Not new Alicization.
Playing Alice, I did not see them use this card.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it stays in after set 2 comes out. Probably not, but
It probably
No
does.
way.
The whole deck
No
probably
way.
changes.
I don't think Ria's even played it in set 1.
okay.
No. All right, moving on. We got this Yotsuba with the thick black outline. Character can't move across from this, and then on attack give a character 15. Can buff itself, so it's an anti-runner.
It's
I guess it's an anti-runner that has a use case outside of runners.
Yeah, it's solid. Yeah.
It's a 3K.
Oh,
It can catch most
It's
runners.
a 3K attacker. If it's not
Maybe-
anti-running, it's just a vanilla on turn and then dies off turn.
Okay, hear me out.
Yes.
Maybe if literally everyone at your locals, or you have this read that literally every single person on Earth is playing Kaguya.
This is really good into Kaguya.
So
Yeah.
if you're in
Maybe if every single person in your like tri-state area is playing Kaguya.
Yeah, so if you're in Pittsburgh, you play that.
Yeah, if you're in Pittsburgh. Well, I mean that's my fault. I sold how many people Kaguya play sets. I made my own. I will make my bed and lie in it, but it's really good into Kaguya. So
Like a solid level 0, and it can always just pump
Whoa.
something later in the game. That's like pretty cool.
Seems, I
I
mean,
like it.
playable
D
enough
minus
in
or
the-
C
in the
plus
right
for me,
meta,
dog.
I don't know. It's just the
It's
on
just
attack
what, Dan?
being pumped power on attacks pretty cringe, and the other effect is kind of like extremely.
Pump power is
Extremely-
pretty cringe.
Yeah, it helps you
On
get all
attack.
those reverses
On
for
attack.
all
Pump
the
power is
reverse
pretty
combos you're playing.
poggers, dude.
On attack on play pump 15. I'm all for
Listen,
it. You
take
know?
what you can get, dude.
I mean, sure.
I mean, sure. I mean, if literally everyone is playing Kaguya, I will maintain that this card's fine. If literally everyone you're sitting against is playing Kaguya.
I mean, Kaguya is like a high tier deck,
a strong
regardless
deck,
of
yeah.
whose tier list you look at.
Yeah, no matter what tier list you look at, it's like close to BDIF. So like whatever.
And I mean, other decks are still running runners too. I mean, Attack on Titan, Konosuba, like tons of stuff
Konosuba
as
plays
runners.
I guess they play with
sometimes,
Golano
right?
for
I don't
runner.
Just
I mean,
the filter, yeah.
just a filter as a filter that you may be.
It's
open
mostly
to.
a Kaguya card because they run
just
6
Kaguya.
runner. Kaguya and AOT. If you're
AOT?
entire,
The Armin runner.
yeah,
This
Armin,
doesn't even scale the Armin runner.
No, I don't think it's the 3K.
It doesn't even. It's
it
3K.
can't
get some
Can't hit the- can't
slam
kill
a
the Armor
climax.
Amelia runner.
Sure.
Be a
Go-
good
You
player.
got it, buddy. You got it. You got
Alright,
me.
Next
They-
card.
Konosuba not play the runner anymore?
Only like
Uh,
1 or 2.
Yeah, they play like 2, maybe.
It,
They
it's
play-
a ditch CX.
They play it
Yeah,
as
that's
a
a
ditch
runner.
CX. That's a
Right?
2 of. You don't play against your
One of
opponent's
two
2 of.
But they have the card.
For all those Konosuba
Sure.
players that board game Mega means at a 4 of.
All right.
I'm being
Tyler,
gaslit here.
please.
Acting like this card doesn't exist.
Please read this card. This is a waifu card.
Alright. When this is placed from hand to stage, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a character with Yotsuba in name, it gets 2k. And when the battle opponent of this becomes reversed, choose one of your characters with Yotsuba in name and clean cut for Yotsuba.
Oh, it's a clean cut.
4K
Fine.
clean cut.
It's super fine for Yotsuba waifu.
Ooh, yeah.
It's good for Yotsuba waifu. It's a
Yeah.
4K where typical
a very
profiles like this
playable
is.
Yeah, I would say it's
Yeah,
Yeah.
3k or 35.
Yeah, it's usually 35
In-
for a top
in
effect.
Yotsuba
like 35
waifu,
on one.
in Yotsuba waifu. This card's an A. In
Yes,
Yotsuba waifu, yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, I like a 4K clean cut. Are you
Yeah.
serious?
That scales every 0 essentially.
Yeah. If you're playing Yotsuba waifu, you fucking play 4 of this card. Like
Mhm.
if you like this trash character, you play 4 of this
Whoa.
card. Dude,
Those are-
Yotsuba's
are
fucking
fighting words.
ass. Fighting words?
Calling people out.
Fighting words?
Oh,
Fighting words?
yeah.
You like a trash girl?
Oh, I don't. I know a lot of people who fight you. Though.
Oh, well, whatever. I don't give a shit
Oh,
about
well,
them. Yotsuba's
nobody
ass.
nobody here likes Yotsuba. This is the Yotsuba hate club.
Yeah, Yotsuba. It's fuck Yotsuba game.
I'm very indifferent with Yotsuba.
I hate Yotsuba. She's fucking the most boring
Mm.
out of any of them.
Look at her, she's so spunky.
Wow, I love being Genki and being good at sports. Whoa, that hasn't been done in literally every anime under the sun that's set in high school. Next card.
They always have short orange hair, and sometimes they're
This is
neither.
Dan, right?
It's me.
I think so.
If you have 2 or more other Quint characters, this gains 1500 and character encore. On place from hand, if you have 4 more other Quints, stock of Quints on waiting room. So it's what, 6k? 6k hand encore? In return, you get the stock back.
The worst standby card ever.
It's the standby target.
Yeah, Andy's right. I think it's an F. Yeah,
because they have similar profiles at 1-0.
Yeah, that kind of
you don't have to field it last. It's like 104k, 500 per other hand encore. Or wait, yeah, that's
it's
what
just not good.
So like XD.
It
has soul trigger for choice.
Oh, it does. Oh, I guess it's a 1/1. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next card. Back to Andy.
We got Sleeping Yotsuba. Or is this
That's
Ichika?
Ichika.
I don't know. I
Ichika.
can't tell from that view. They have the same haircut.
They don't. Her hair's
No,
also
one of them
pink.
wears a
Yotsuba
ribbon.
is-
It is the
Oh,
same
what's her-
haircut.
that's choice.
Oh my
Or
god,
choice.
it's like faded colors though. It's like a pastel. It could be either one. All right, choose an assist. It's a level assist. 500 times the level to the stuff in front of it.
We do have a choice
Also,
filter.
when your character's trigger check reveals a climax card with a choice trigger icon, you may pay the cost, which is discard a character. If you do, look at 2 cards from the top of your library, choose one of them, put in your hand, put the rest in the graveyard. Do we like 8 choice yet? Does this save 8 choice?
No,
I did for our audio only viewers, because I know y'all are out there. I see those analytics. I'd slapped this with the waifu card thing. And I also slapped the fucking Yotsuba clean cut, obviously, with the waifu card thing. I will announce that audibly for our audio only listeners.
You heard it here first. Carmen says this card slaps.
No,
This card does slap in 8 choice.
What is it? Ditch. I didn't even hear the effect.
The choice filter.
Stitch. Whenever you trigger a choice, stitch a character, specifically a character. Quint's character. It's a top.
Yeah, but
two,
you
add one.
salvage a choice. You salvage
Okay,
a choice.
still, but like, yeah, choice. If you add a junk character, you can like check top 2.
Yeah, but
I don't know.
Every hand.
Every time that I resolve the check top 2 climax filter effects, there's always another climax on the second card. Uncanny. So card sucks.
Have you tried not having a climax as your second card?
No, I've never tried that because I can't get it to happen because I'm a bit of a player.
Okay. Just be mad.
I need to be a good player. Yeah.
You know what else you could do, guys? You know what else you could do? You could just play the brainstormer and then just filter next turn.
Yeah.
You could. This card costs 1 to put onto the board if you're playing 8 choice. Like
if you're playing 8 choice, like, do you really need the level assist?
Yeah, I don't know. The brainstorm is probably better. This card's probably like ass. It's probably like C-, D+ in there.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta go.
It's
back
probably
and see what I gave the
closer to
brainstorm here.
probably closer to D+ to be honest.
Well, I gave it a wombo. I don't know what that means.
Nobody knows what a wombo is. Womboing, wombology.
It's still a filter, so it's probably C-.
Ishi, we wombo.
I wombo, you wombo, he, she, we, wombo.
He, she, we, they, them, it. You got it.
All right,
It's 2021, Carmen. Come on.
Look, I was directly quoting SpongeBob.
This next card's you, Brian. Hit me with that wombology. Let's hear it.
What is this? Me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's a counter. Ichika. When you use this card's backup, you can ditch 2 if you do anti-change to waiting room, and it's a 2,500 power backup.
Does it have synergy with both choice and bar trigger in the bar choice meta build?
Wow, that's an anti-change counter.
It's a ditch 2 anti-change counter.
I think I would rather play the like pay 3 sack.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean sack counter denies reverse too. So
Yeah. I mean, when you're picking an anti-change counter, okay. Spoiler alert: every girl has an anti-change counter. When you're picking an anti-change counter, I think the ones that have dual purposes of sack counter are just better. So this one's worse because like the cost is steep no matter what. So you would rather your card have utility.
There's maybe like 2 decks in format that can actually like afford this cost and still run.
Ditch 2?
Just trigger all of your choices and,
like,
add all of your expensive characters to hand so you can ditch them.
think there's anything that's really impactful enough right now, at least, that warrants running.
What can run Ditch to? It's like in English. What can run Ditch to in English? They don't even have the coin flip, so I don't even want to say Gara.
Yeah.
Well, Gara doesn't even have the Ditch to because that's a South
What's it called?
card. Doesn't matter.
Old Konosuba.
Yeah, Konosuba's like one of the like.
Konosuba's the only one, I guess.
Yeah, with
Dal maybe because Dal has the Yoshino level 1 one. What was she paid to? I think she was ditched too.
I have no idea.
Because of
no, the Yoshino counter was the same as Shake and Mega Man.
Yeah. So like it's like because of the choice level 1 Kotori, you can afford the ditch too.
Yeah, because you just fucking Mondo plus the next turn.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So
Tyler,
just those two decks, I think,
wake up,
can actually
rate
afford
the
it.
bad anti-change counter.
No, I'm here. I'm just staring.
I mean,
there's nothing interesting.
We're getting to the bad cards. We're getting there. Who's got this?
This is you.
This is you.
What the fuck? I gotta read. 2/1 Ichika. During your turn, for each of your other Quints characters gains 1500. So 65 plus fucking 6. 12/5? Whatever. When your climax card with a choice trigger placed in the climax zone, look at the top card of your library, put it on the top of your library in the waiting room. Gains the following ability for the turn. When your batter opponent becomes reversed, you may put the top card of your library into your stock. Yet another choice card. It's a waifu card.
It synergizes with your brainstorm. It sets your top card that you can then add to your hand.
Wow.
Well, it doesn't set it. It lets you scry one.
Right. Well, if you see a card on the top that you like, you can leave it there and do the exact same thing that you would.
Or
well, you scry before you scry before you draw.
You could remove the top card, right, that you didn't like, and then you still
Come on, guys. This card
you
sucks.
didn't like,
exactly,
which is
much
more likely to happen.
Please stop. Card's really bad.
Yep.
Even in the waifu deck, this card's bad.
Yeah.
This gets to how much power? It gets to 12/5?
12/5, yeah.
It's actually, I mean, that's not the worst. I mean, that's like
it's a 2/1.
An early play killer.
12/5.
Sure.
12/5.
Yeah, I mean, 13Ks are early play killers, 12/5s are early play
killers.
There
are 1/0s that hit 12/5. Well, no, that's against level 2, sorry. Yeah, I don't know. Kind of whatever. Because it can get countered. Pretty much all early play skill this on counter.
Yeah.
And like standby decks? Oof.
You know what they say, Dan, can't hug every cat.
I'd never hug Pip.
What?
Next me. Goodbye, Coco.
That's me.
Rip.
Oh, it's Futuro. Yeah, it's
R.I.P. Kaicho.
All of Ichika Nakano test preparations get plus 2,000 power. And when this is placed from hand to stage, you may pay the cost, which is discard one character. If so, you search for the 3K vanilla Ichika and put it in your hand.
Hey, he makes it a 5K vanilla.
An unbreakable wall.
Just
7K if you have two
just
of
give
them.
me thick Itsuki, that's all I need.
You're unbreakable
9K
board.
if you have 3 of them.
Oh, this is like Big Itsuki, but worse.
This sucks, yeah. This is bad.
Yeah, it's really, really bad.
Is there a Futuro that gives like power to a vanilla for each girl? Is that?
I don't remember this.
All I know is the Itsuki one because that's the one people play.
So this is just like apples, similar to apples, except it searches it.
Apples pluses. If this is an apples, I'd like it more, but it'd still suck.
Yeah,
This is
your opponent
ditch
can side attack
character.
the big level 0.
Your 5K level 0, yeah.
Vanilla, no one waste their turn. Next.
Vanilla. Hey, you didn't even rate it, Carmen.
I did not. Next.
Double.
What is my turn?
I think so.
It
Yeah.
is your turn.
It's a 0/0 Futaro. This card cannot side attack. This card is not considered Yotsuba. And when this is reversed to bottom decks, keep in mind, all the Futaro cards do not have Quints as a trait.
Right, yeah, they're.
This
private
card
to
does
the trait.
specifically
Yeah.
have Quints as a trait.
Does it?
Doesn't he?
Is this a wrong? No.
Doesn't look
No,
like
he
it.
doesn't. He
No,
doesn't.
yeah,
He
he's
doesn't.
private tutor
Specifically,
trait.
he is
He has
not
the
Yotsuba.
secondary. He has the secondary trait. Yeah.
I think
Okay.
he has ribbon trait.
He has ribbon,
ribbon.
trait,
Yeah,
just-
ribbon.
but he's not Yotsuba. Just making sure everybody knows that.
He
That's
does not have
flavor.
Yotsuma.
Honestly, like that actually kind of matters. That would make the clean cut a lot better,
Yes,
right? Or was the clean
there,
cut Ichika? I don't remember.
there are a lot of. It was a Yotsuba. There are a lot of what's it called? Cards in, like every character in the set has a card that says this name is treated as a Yotsuba, except Futaro.
Yeah.
He's treated specifically as not Yotsuba.
So
It's supposed to be funny.
wait.
flavor.
Do constant abilities only work when the character is on the stage, or is it all the time?
Only on the stage.
So this
Are you
does
sure?
work for the clean cut.
Yes, but
Hmm?
if it's a miss for the clean. Wait, no, this does not work because his name is not Yotsuba.
His
Sorry.
name's not Yotsuba. Yeah.
So,
What-
What's
con-
the actual?
so
Brian,
constants
you have
work
part
on
of
the top of your
cards pulled up.
deck.
What's his actual name?
so constants do work
card?
when it's on the top of your
What is
deck.
the card's actual name?
No,
Does it
no,
have
it does
Yotsuba
not.
in its card name?
I
It does
doubt
not
it.
work.
Let me find it.
If this character with Yotsuba in its name,
He does
I-
not have Yotsuba.
I think it's supposed to be funny because there are cards of the other girls with the ribbon on.
So
and
constants
for their effects,
don't
his card's
work.
name is treated as Yotsuba.
they always work. Constants are always active, no matter what zone the card is in.
Wait,
Oh,
where-
well,
where are
the
you seeing that?
flavor of this scene is that
Wait,
each of the girls sneak into the school, all being Yotsuba, and then he gets stopped because he's not Yotsuba
Mhm.
because they all look the same.
Okay, what am I?
That's-
Where are you seeing that ruling, Carmen?
I'm not. I'm just saying. Is
It's-
that
No,
true?
They're not. They're not.
His
They're-
name
they're
is
saying
they're
Futaro
not?
Usugi Operation Doppelganger.
So constants
Is the
only
name of
work
the
on
card.
stage.
The continuous
Usugi?
effects are only on stage. Yes.
So if we
That's
continue,
why the new Quince card specifically says
Brian,
this
did you
game's
just say
standby trigger in
Usugi?
all zones.
well, no.
Futaro
So
Usugi.
if you play this in your Yotsuba waifu deck, it doesn't detriment your clean
Well,
cut.
Yes, it does. It says his name is not Yotsuba.
But you said that the constant effect doesn't matter if it's not on the stage.
Yeah, but
I mean,
there's
he doesn't have
Yotsuba's not
Yotsuba
in the
in his name.
Yotsuba's not in the
card
card
doesn't
name
have
though.
Yotsuba in its name
Futaro.
anyway.
The
Oh.
actual card name is Operation
the-
something
Yeah,
Futaro.
the card name is
the
Futaro Operation
actual-
Doppelganger. It doesn't have Yotsuba in the name, so it doesn't matter.
Okay. Never
That's
mind.
why we were checking hot seat.
Never mind. It's just a 4K. It's
Yes.
It's funny flavor, nothing more.
the 4K with 2 drawbacks. Sucks.
I could read Japanese. I would think that card's probably funnier because I wouldn't have got confused there.
I'll give it a D+.
Uh,
It's a 4K. It's whatever.
It is. It's a 4K that can't side attack.
yeah.
Who needs the side attack when you're at level 0?
You kill everything, I guess.
All right.
All right.
Next.
Next
Who's-
card.
Who is it?
We got
Tyler?
Scared Yotsuba.
I guess it's Andy.
I guess it is.
Yeah.
When
Now.
you use this card's backup, choose one of your characters, and it gets on reverse. Send that card to memory.
Memory kick
It's a
counter, pretty
memory
cool.
counter. These are
Okay.
getting better and better positioned against these standby decks, against Finn and Jake. It completely fucks Finn and Jake. So don't play it against me.
Rip Jake.
How
3K
big
is
does Finn
pretty
and Jake
strong.
swing in?
Huh?
How big does Finn and Jake swing in?
11?
Yeah, I
Usually
think just
enough, but
11. I don't think
sometimes
they get
not.
any other power. I think it's just 11.
That's a memory kick.
Yeah, you memory kick Finn and Jake.
Mem doesn't fit.
I think it deserves an actual rating instead of a.
No, but
memory kick
counters.
I think memory kick counters are actually like getting better and better positioned. There's a lot
Yeah,
of stupid fucking burn effects that are
I agree.
End of
English and
attack or on
JP that
reverse.
need to stay on field.
It sounds
Mem-
like
I
Mem
think
kick
actually,
is-
It's like
At
a
a
C plus
premium,
B
yeah.
minus
yeah,
to me.
C plus,
I've-
good position.
I've been
Why-
informed memory kick
what
counters
needs
are
memory
pretty
kick
good
right
into
now?
slime too.
Just Slime 2 and Adventure Time.
Line
And
2 and
then-
Adventure Time, yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
I think
I mean,
those are
JP,
I think
there's
those are
decks too,
relevant
though,
enough.
that-
I think those are relevant enough.
The
I
memory
think
kick,
and
yeah.
they are definitely relevant enough. Yeah.
Himari. Just da capo and JP that English doesn't have.
All right, next card.
Okay.
All right.
2/1 Yotsuba, 7,500 power. When your other Quince character attacks, this gains X power. X is equal to 500 times the number of your other Quince characters. So it can get up to 4k more power, get up to 11.5.
2k. Oh wait, sorry. On other attack.
Yeah, when your other character attacks.
So
Yeah, so it
2K
gets
per-
2k and then 2k again, goes up to 11.5 max with hand on core. Yeah, not a
Yeah,
fan.
it's pretty bad.
It fixes your attack order. It's a 2/1.
It has hand on core.
Takes me back to the good old days when I played the Bang Dream trial deck.
Yeah, this feels like a trial deck card.
The OG Bang Dream trial deck.
It
Who
is
is
a common.
this? Is it me? I get the last card. This Ichika.
Probably.
Yep.
Yep.
She on trial? No, she's the lawyer.
Look at the
Judge.
top
The
card of
judge.
your library.
Lawyer.
Choose up to one Quince character from among them. Show it to your opponent. Put it in your hand. Put the rest in the waiting room, and you bounce a character.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's Wormhole, but it
You
isn't.
could
No, this is shit.
Alright, Dan. Do you like this better than the level 3 off finisher? Or like the level 3 Ichika that draw ditch bounce? You could just play this instead.
No,
It's
no.
only
no.
one
You
stock,
you can't search this. I hate this.
but you could double combo and bounce a lane for only 7 stock instead of 8 stock instead of 9 stock.
Yeah, but you get a body along with draw ditch.
Right, but how many copies of this do you have to play to confirm that you find it?
I don't know. You just fucking draw it. Just clutch it.
Okay, yeah, just be good.
Yeah, just be a good player.
I love clutching bad cards.
It's not the worst.
Yes,
Nah,
it is.
it's bad. I'd never sleeve this.
Just lost the locals on clutching a
that's a little
bad card.
harsh. It's like a D
don't think
minus.
No, that is
at
not.
least.
That is not harsh.
Because it.
I wouldn't sleeve this ever.
And there are
think F
two.
is
Why
too
are
harsh,
there?
but
Why
it's
are
not
there
a
two
good
spare
card.
slides for this other green shit? I'll delete it. Whatever.
When would you, if every deck in the format was minus soul, maybe.
Yeah, true.
Maybe someday.
Mhm.
Even then, it would still be better just to run.
Wait,
a
are we
four
missing
of
cards?
The,
What are we?
Did you mess up?
24, 23, 22?
24 to
How many?
28. Are there 4 climax combos?
Probably.
If we're missing cards, I have to fix it on the fly. 1.
25, 26, 27
3.
are all yellow climaxes, yeah.
Okay, all right, so we're good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got freaked out because shit fucking blew up. Okay.
This card will strike fear into the hearts of any lolicon at your locals who plays Yoshina waifu
Yoshino?
as they see the
Yoshino?
judge giving them the guilty
Yoshino.
verdict. Guilty. Life sentence.
Oh, this also bounces Shiro gain.
It's a fear factor.
Oh my
oh,
god, shut the
Shiro
fuck up.
Kanye West.
We'll see you guys in green.